Are you ready? No! I said, are you ready?
Oh, don't blink!
And midnight hour. Made him pay. The run. Last shot by Adam Cole.
Hello, welcome back to the Last Shot podcast with me, All Things Wrestling, and Shawn Michaels Jr. Wait,
What's
no,
up, guys?
Stefan.
Well, those two are different people, so you can refer to me as Stefan because I'm not Shawn Michaels Jr. So,
He's inside my head, mate. He's inside my head. He's controlling me.
he was screwing us around for 2 hours right now with technical difficulties. I mean, the guy probably turned off my internet and yours also. He was fucking around with us. I mean, the guy is crazy. He doesn't want us to record this.
Exactly.
And for people to know, we just had the... Dude, I don't remember the last time I had so many problems with Discord and...
I know, it's taken us half an hour to get this working properly.
Yeah, so at least 30 minutes. All jokes aside, it really sucks, dude.
It does.
And finally, let's record this finally, and
Yes.
it's gonna be nice. We have a few topics for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it.
Yes. But first, plug. Check out Tom Reviews, my second channel. Link in the description, please. Thank you. But yes, let's start. Do you want to start with NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff or All Out?
Let's start with NXT.
Okay, we're going to do our predictions for both that and All Out because if we do them next podcast, we have literally like a few hours before the shows happen and it's really too late for predictions. This is the second NXT UK takeover after TakeOver Blackpool. It's got a pretty good looking card, to be honest.
Well, it has a pretty solid card. Let me open. I gotta see the card, dude.
Yeah, I've already got both cards up.
You just send me one. Or, well, I know obviously who's in the card. It's Tony Storm is in the card, so that's what matters to me. I don't care what
Of course.
else is,
Shout out to Tony Storm. What a woman. What a wrestler.
I don't care about... seriously, I'm serious. Like, I don't know... I know... Okay. I just seen this card, and if you know me, I'll probably bitch about this card and about that NXT Championship match, but...
Yes,
so
I know you're probably going to bitch. Let's just get on with the first match, which I know you're going to...
Let's be honest, you will also... You also have probably mixed feelings about that match. I mean, it's going to be great, but...
He's going to get annihilated.
Okay.
Right, let's start with the match that I know you're most looking forward to. Tony Storm versus Kaylee Ray for the NXT Women's Championship.
Well, I think Tony Storm is going to retain, but I would love it if she lost and she moved to NXT in the US.
Yeah, I could see Tony Storm definitely retaining.
I can actually see, to be honest, I don't want her to lose for no reason, but I can see her losing in a surprising fashion because they need someone at NXT because of the move to USA Network. They need another name, Yeah,
I could definitely see it, but yeah, I'm going with Tony.
Same.
Come on, Tony. Then we have Travis Banks versus Noam Dar. Both solid wrestlers.
Banks. I think Travis Banks needs to go.
Definitely Travis Banks is going to annihilate him.
Yeah.
Then we have Joe Coffey versus Dave Mastiff. That's going in a last man standing match.
I pick Dave Mastiff.
Yeah, definitely Dave. Good old Dave.
Yeah.
Then a match I don't really like the sound of. Zach Gibson and James Drake versus Mark Andrews and Morgan Webster versus Mark Coffey and Wolfgang for the NXT UK tag titles.
Okay, can I ask a question? Why are not two members of Imperium in this match?
don't know. That would have made more sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going with Zach Gibson and James Drake to retain.
I'm going with Gallus to win.
Yeah.
Then the last match, which is going to be a good match, but someone's going to get annihilated in this match.
Oh, goddamn. Don't even start with that.
Walter versus Tyler Bate.
Hey, this match should be over in 5 seconds, dude. Okay? This fucking guy can say he's strong, he's whatever. The guy is 5'5", okay?
The guy is amazing. Leave Tyler Bate alone. He is fantastic, and he is younger than me, and I am jealous of him.
I want wrestling. I don't want entertainment. I don't give a...
It will be wrestling. Tyler Bate is a very competent wrestler.
I just think that the size is huge, and...
Yeah, but that's like saying when Big Show faced Rey Mysterio.
Look at Walter, dude. The guy's 5'4".
Walter's 5'4".
Yeah.
Don't look that short in real life.
Well, what did you say?
You said Walter is 5'4".
Yes.
So you're telling me Walter is like 7 inches shorter than I am?
Well, dude, when you stand next to him, then you can see,
You go tell Walter he's short to his face, and I'm guaranteeing he'll knock you out. Walter is a beast.
That's true. But I don't know what's wrong about saying that. But I mean, he is 6'4".
You said 5'4".
I said 6 foot.
You said 5. I have got it on record. No. You said 5'4".
Okay, my mistake. my mistake. Okay, so
I'll say it didn't sound. Yeah, no, Walter was tall. I would not mess with that dude.
No.
Tyler Bate is so going to lose. You know Walter is going to retain.
Yeah, and
But it's nice that Tyler Bate, the original champion, is getting a shot at the title, and it's not against Pete Dunne
I
for
don't
once.
like this match. Do you know what I'm going to hate the most in this match? If other 2 members from Imperium come in and try to stop Tyler Bate, then Tyler Bate basically buries them alone.
Yeah,
then I'm gonna rant, dude.
Yeah, that would suck if that happened.
Even with Trent 7, that should not happen. Because they're gonna look like losers. Even if Pete Dunne comes back and helps them out, nobody should take on Imperium, dude. I'm sorry. It's 4-on-3. They have 4 members, right?
Yeah, they do.
So realistically, they should...
Annihilate
realistically, Walter should retain, and he will retain.
Oh, Walter will definitely retain.
If Tyler Bate wins, I'll be pretty pissed off, guy.
I'll be happy and pissed off at the same time.
But he's not winning, so...
No, he's definitely not fucking winning. No. Let's move on to All Out. First off, I do have to say here, the breaking news of today is that Jon Moxley is out with an elbow injury, and he will be missing All Out.
The big blow for AEW.
Very big blow. I mean, his replacement is not as good, but he's still a big name. It's Pac.
I'm looking at this card. They don't have talent that I care about. And I know there will be fucking goons from AEW telling me, shut up and watch. No, I won't shut up. There is nobody on this card that I care about. Adam Page, fine.
Britt Baker's on the freaking card. So you can shut up. You care about one of them.
Who the fuck is Reno? Who the fuck is Darby Allin? I mean, Darby Allin is fucking horrible. Joey Janela is 5'5". Jimmy Havoc is 5'6", pretending to be a badass. I mean, I can knock out the guy with 1 punch. What the hell do you want from me to tell? Nobody on this card is entertaining. I'm not gonna rant. That's all I have to say. It's a big blow for AEW. Match.
Yes, I'm not denying that it is a very big blow, because Jon Moxley is one of their top people.
Okay, the whole hype, I mean, when Moxley left WWE, when he signed, it was a big deal. Everyone was expecting Omega Moxley match. It's disappointing. I know Pac is replacing him, but still, it's a big disappointment.
Yeah.
And who the hell are our best friends? Chuck Taylor and Trent Barretta. They're great, but nobody knows them other than hardcore fans. Who the hell is Dark Order?
I actually don't know who Dark Order is.
You know, so for all those people who want, shut the fuck up and wait for October. That's a beautiful thing about wrestling. You get involved in new talent, but I really don't know who these guys are right now. And like I said, for all these 5'5" guys, I don't care. They don't have mic skills. They can wrestle. They can kill each other. I don't care. You know, give me something. And trust me, I'm a big AEW fan. I'm just being realistic, and I think
yes,
like Cody said last
you've
week,
got to build stars. You can't just bring in every known name and be like, here's your people. That's what TNA did, and it killed them.
Exactly.
They need to build stars. You have to have new people on the show for people to learn who they are.
Exactly. But
that's what they're doing. They've got good matches here. Cody and Shawn, Lucha Brothers, Young Bucks, Adam Page, Chris Jericho, but then you've got newer talent on the lower card. It's exactly how you should be building a company.
Yes.
WWE, take fucking note. Build new stars, not rely on Goldberg and Undertaker.
Bro, I'm saying for these overcard stars, they can put them a 5-star match. That's fine. They can put 5-6-star match. I don't care. They don't have much skills. They don't have anything other than wrestling because they suck. They suck at everything other than wrestling. Okay.
All these people haven't even talked yet.
I don't want to see hardcore match because that's the only thing they can do.
There is no hardcore match on the show.
It doesn't matter. You know Jimmy Havoc is hardcore, motherfucker. Same with Dry Janelle. I mean, the guy, for God's sakes, what he need to do with John Moxley, there was a different 5 inches difference. 6, dude. So, you know.
And big wrestlers don't have to be tall. Stop thinking like Vince McMahon. You are turning into Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Can you hear me? They are not Rey Mysterio. Look, Rey Mysterio is a freaking legend. He had mic skills. I mean, he has solid, but he was great in other ways. Kalisto, they tried to do that with Kalisto. What happened? He failed. Okay, so let's not comment on that. You know I'm right, dude. At some point, and trust me, I love AEW, and I love the fact that Cody said and he stated that last week that only 40% of the roster is revealed so far. So I'm excited for the future. I really am, and I think they're gonna have a great roster. I mean, you need to know to use these stars, especially the low card. Someone like Darby Allin. They may not have a great mic skills or anything like that. But you can put them in the matches to make still stuff entertaining. Will they be a main event, guys? No. But you can make them entertaining. And that's what's important.
Yes. Can we just get on to the goddamn predictions now before you go off on another rant?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Pre-show match, Private Party versus Angelico and Jack Evans in a tag team match.
Private Party.
Definitely Private Party. I like Private Party. I think they do some good work.
Yeah, I think they're right.
Rio versus Hikaru Shida. Yes.
Yeah, Rio.
Rio definitely for that one. Again, announced for the pre-show, the 21-woman Casino Battle Royale to get a match for the inaugural Women's Championship scheduled for October 2nd on the first show.
I know who you want to win this match, and that's Ali, right?
Oh yes, I want Ali to win this. I'm going with Ali.
I'm going with Britt Baker, yeah. So.
Who has been announced is Nyla Rose, Britt Baker, Ali, Brandy Rhodes, Teal Piper, Roddy Piper's daughter, Ivelisse, Jazz, Big Swole, Sadie Gibbs, and 12 other people to be announced, which is on the pre-show, then they'll announce them.
Yeah. So,
I feel like Awesome Kong is definitely going to be one to be announced for for it.
Yeah, I think if she is announced, like you said, which probably she will be announced,
Ali will get eliminated.
Yes, but
Ali will lose because Brandy and Awesome Kong will take her out, and I'll be pissed.
Awesome Kong will be last eliminated by Britt Baker. That's my prediction.
Well, I'm going with Ali wins because I love Ali.
I think, for God's sakes, I think they will continue that storyline with Awesome Kong, Brandy, and Ali. You know, I think they will continue that storyline, which I don't have anything against. It's pretty entertaining. You know, Ali is very entertaining. Awesome Kong, I mean, she can put the talent over. I think she can. You know,
Yeah. I just want to note, I'm on Wikipedia. Teal Piper's link on her Wikipedia goes straight to her dad's. That's just sad.
That is.
Rest in peace, Rowdy.
Yeah.
Then, a match I'm really looking forward to. Cody versus Sean Spears with Tully Blanchard at ringside in the corner of Sean Spears.
I'm going with Cody.
I'm going with Sean.
I'm going with Cody, and I think they're going to continue the storyline. It's going to happen.
Which is why I think Sean's going to win to carry it on more.
No, I think Cody is going to pick up the win, and after the match, maybe a news table. Who knows? Maybe someone comes out. No, I think. Do you see all these things that MJF is saying? How he loves Cody, how Cody is his friend. I think MJF may actually betray Cody.
Ooh, that would be good. I'd like him even more for that. I already love MJF.
I would love. No, I was wrong. I'm sorry, guys. I agree. I think Sean Spears is gonna win, because if Cody won, let's face it, there is probably going to be 20-30% of people saying, "Oh, he's putting himself over because he's Booker, basically."
Yeah.
Sean Spears.
Definitely Sean. Then a match which I think is probably going to be one of the worst matches on the show. Darby Allin versus Joey Janela versus Jimmy Havoc.
Don't even start this.
Can we just give the prediction to move on, because I don't like the sound of this match.
Listen, I want to jump off of the window right now, okay? Or maybe I need some propane. I don't know, dude. I just need something. Listen this match, I'm going with Darby Allin. Okay, I think he's a star that can be built as a mid-carder.
The guy. I do not like him. He has not impressed me in any way, shape, or form since he has started.
No. Listen, I respect what he did last time.
Yeah, I can respect it, but I just don't think he's good.
I don't think every single person would jump like that, like he did, and fall on the shoulder at the side of the ring, or at the ringside. I mean, that's fucked up, dude. So, I think they're pushing him, and if you remember from last show, I think, was that Fighter Fest or...
Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah, he was kind of strong, dude. Cody didn't beat him in 2 minutes. The time limit, they went on. So, I think he's winning because he can be a pretty good mid-carder, and I know I'm shitting on these guys, but the truth is they don't have much skills, but they can be that lower cut mid-card, and they can be entertaining. That's something we don't have in the WWE when it comes to wrestling. Usually wrestling is not taken seriously in the WWE. They may not have, like I said, mic skills, but they can wrestle good.
But they can learn mic skills. You can always learn. You can always improve.
That's true.
I'm trying to think of a wrestler that was terrible on the mic who's actually improved.
I don't know.
Miz. Miz weren't that great when he started. Look at him now.
No.
He's one of the best damn entertaining people ever.
Bro, I think they have opportunity, AEW's roster, to make everyone important in some way. It doesn't matter if it's mic skills, entertainment, or wrestling. I think you can have a card with all matches to be great. I honestly think that's possible. I'm going with Darby Allin.
Yeah, I have to agree with that one. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Joey Janela, and I do like Jimmy Havoc. Joey Janela just seems like one of these hardcore people that's just going to do that.
Yeah. Do you know this guy, Superhuman, whatever? Did you hear about that guy?
No.
Who is saying fuck that shit and just jumping, doing stuff like crazy shit, crazy stunts. You never heard of that guy?
No.
Well, that guy should probably replace Joey Janela in AEW. After we're done, I'm going to send you a video, so you'll see.
Okay. Then, which I think is going to be a really good match, a ladder match for the AAA World Tag Team Championships between the Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks. This is just going to be insane.
insane. I think who is the champion right now?
Lucha Brothers.
Right. Yeah,
They're gonna retain.
Well, they're gonna retain. I mean, there is no reason why Young Bucks will win right now. So
No.
this may be the match. I don't know if this sounds crazy, but this may be the match of the year, in my opinion.
It could be. I mean, the Young Bucks are amazing, and the Lucha Brothers are even better than the Young Bucks, in my opinion.
But you need to give them at least 20 minutes.
Oh God, yeah, you can't have this as a quick match.
No,
It's a freaking ladder match with these two teams.
it's a ladder match. So
Yeah, it's going to be insane.
yeah, that's crazy.
Next we have Best Friends versus the Dark Order. The winner gets to go to the first round of the World Tag Championship tournament.
Well, you know who I want to pick, so just say the winner, okay?
I'm going with Best Friends.
Exactly.
It's gonna. They like the Best Friends. They're a good team. I think they're definitely gonna win.
Yeah.
Then Pac versus Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega's gonna win.
Kenny Omega's so gonna win.
Yeah, he will.
Yep. And then obviously the main event of the evening, the World Tag Team World Title match between Adam Page, Chris Jericho, and most likely CM Punk.
Why do you think CM Punk?
Because he's in Chicago, dude.
There's literally no reason why he added it. I think he may attack. Dude, think about this.
Yeah.
You were saying about Adam Cole before what happened. That will make sense, okay, to make Triple Threat because it will be a revenge to Young Bucks and blah blah blah. But here is the thing: if Jericho wins, which he will,
Oh
let's be
yeah.
honest, they're going on national television, okay? So they need someone to carry on. Jericho wins, and after the match, we see Punk attack Jericho.
Yeah.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
If CM Punk is going back into the wrestling business, this is the company he needs to go into.
Yeah, and if that happens, I'm sorry to say this, but rest in peace NXT.
Oh, if they get CM Punk, they are so going to kill NXT.
Vince, they're not gonna kill NXT. Vince is gonna kill NXT because if Punk makes his debut, Vince is gonna kill NXT because he's gonna bring main roster superstar to NXT, which we will talk later on.
Yes, we have a big thing to talk about the NXT situation.
Yeah, so I think Jericho wins and CM Punk attacks Jericho.
Definitely, that's what I'm going with. But I cannot wait for All Out. I will be live for All Out on Saturday.
Yeah, listen.
Next Saturday, not this Saturday.
Maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's not Punk. Maybe it's someone else that we don't even know right now. Maybe it's complete. Maybe it's.
Maybe
you know, I don't know.
could be. There's a lot of people that could do it.
Yeah, but someone that we didn't see so far in AEW, and someone maybe who will be like, "Holy shit! I can't believe this is happening." You know, maybe.
Trying to think who's a big star.
I
Will Ospreay.
I don't.
Sorry, I'm fantasy booking at this point, but Will Ospreay would be amazing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's someone that we're not expecting. Everyone expecting CM Punk. But then there is a problem about Backlash. If someone else is about CM Punk, well, they're gonna boo that someone else. There is always that problem with that if that happens, you know?
I mean, I won't be pissed off if CM Punk does not appear, but I will be disappointed. But if they do bring somebody else in, they need to bring in someone as good.
I think you have Punk. I think you have Punk make his debut, and attack Jericho. And at first episode in October, you have Punk versus Jericho match on television.
Yes. Now, can we move on to the worst news of the week?
What was that?
Becky fucking Lynch is engaged.
I don't care.
I'm pissed off. She's engaged to that fucking Seth Rollins. I'm not happy at this at all.
You're right, though. That fucking right. I mean, And sorry, Seth Rollins fans. I mean, the guy is a jerk, and we know people. A few people told us. Is there anything who told you before, like that Seth Rollins is a jerk? There's probably someone that told you. Like,
yeah, I know someone who's told me.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't care because there's so many relationships in the WWE, and they're not promoting that, and they're promoting this like it's the freaking world revolution, dude. I don't care, dude. I don't care.
Is it me being cynical here? But I kind of feel like this whole thing is to build on WWE's angle. I wouldn't put it past WWE to fake this.
No, I don't know. I think it's too much. But I think if it is the case,
they've been dating for 4 freaking months.
Bro, if that's the case, they may as well kill their relationships. Kill a relationship between Rollins and Lynch because, dude, if you put that in a storyline, that's insane.
They will put it in a storyline. You know they freaking will.
We wanted Rollins as a champion, and we got Rollins. Then Becky Lynch got involved, and he lost to Lesnar. And then we once again got Rollins as a champion. And then finally we were like, well, shit, Becky's not involved right now. You know, he's on his own. And what the fuck? Don't put her again in the storyline. Why would you do that?
Because it's WWE and they're desperate to do something that might actually work.
Bro, imagine this. If Corbin and Lacey Evans come back and have another match. Imagine that. How would you react to that if that happens again? Imagine that, seriously.
I don't know. Alright, let's just move on before I get annoyed that Becky's not available.
It is. Tony Storm is and Britt Baker and Ali. Actually...
Wait, Ali's not. She's going out with... yeah. You could get in there. The 2 people I want are not available.
No. Britt Baker is not available. What the hell are you talking about?
Oh yeah, that's it. She's banging Adam Cole.
Yeah. They're fine. I'll love it, dude. But Tony Storm is available, so... And was actually sliding into her DMs. And for people who think I'm shitting, no, I'm serious, dude. I was talking with Tony Storm. So, hey, jokes aside, like, she is a really cool person, you know? So, I think people who just look at her because of her looks and think that she is nothing else, she is a very nice girl, so...
Does seem it. Now, let's move on to a wrestling reporter being called out by Rusev. This is Brad Shepard. He said, according to a WWE source, both Rusev and Lana are expected to re-sign with the company. And Rusev's like, you need to make up your mind, because I think originally he reported that Rusev isn't going to re-sign and going to leave, and then he keeps... A lot of people are calling out Brad Shepard, saying that he's literally making shit up, and then as soon as some of it comes true, he claims that he knows things.
Yeah, I think he is making up. I mean, he was claiming that a lot of things that are, you know, that didn't come true, he was claiming. So, I think he's bullshit.
Yeah, a lot of talent and fans are accusing him of just making shit up.
Yeah.
I mean, at least when someone, say, like Dave Meltzer reports, 90% of it's actually fucking true.
Yeah, do you guys know who to follow for real news? WrestleVotes. I don't know if you know those guys, but...
I do know Wrestle Talks. Ollie Davis.
No. WrestleVotes.
Oh, Wrestle Worlds. No, I haven't heard of them.
Not Worlds. Votes. WrestleVote. Yeah.
Ah, no, can't say I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're pretty accurate, you know, so you shouldn't be just... I mean, anyone can make a shit up these days, you know? I can create a page and just...
Okay. I'm going to make something right now. Ronda Rousey is going to return at Survivor Series and attack Sasha Banks.
Bro,
I've been told by a WWE source that is the plan for SummerSlam.
Do you know what we can do? We can make a domain and we can create a site and we can just, write stuff, and that's basically what they're doing. They're just saying whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, who knows what's going on with Rusev anyway. Come back to us, Rusev, or go to somewhere else because we miss you.
He's not from Russia, dude.
No, it's from Bulgaria.
Yeah. I heard you come back to Russia or something like that.
No, come back to us because we miss
Yeah.
you. We haven't got Rusev on TV. I miss the guy.
Yeah, I miss him too.
Now, have you heard there's rumours going around that the relationship between CFO $sign and WWE Music is now over?
Oh, that's very bad news. I'm gonna be honest. I really liked TFO.
I've got to admit, they're not as good as Jim Johnson. I'm going to say that
No.
right now.
No.
Jim Johnson was a better composer than them.
No, that's not the case. I'm a musician dude, since I was a kid. When I was 3 years old, I was a musician. I knew to play the piano. And I went to high school for music and that kind of stuff. So, let me tell you something. Why is that a problem? Jim Johnson was working back in the day when they had real guitar, real shit, Now you have a keyboard, dude, and you're doing over PC everything. It can sound different. It can't sound the same way as you do it before, in real time, in real life, So this is over computers. It's nothing is anymore,
It's not just the actual sound that I have a problem with. It's the fact that the songs loop every 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's
the problem.
That's true, because they're not talented as Jim Johnson,
No, they're not.
And so, I think, I would love to see Code Orange or Slipknot.
Slipknot would be amazing.
That would be crazy. Hey, speaking of Becky Lynch, do you know what she wrote? Becky Lynch actually thinks that Taylor Swift's the new album, actually, The Man is about her or some shit. So.
To be fair, it could be.
What did she say? A woman can be the man. I am that woman.
Yeah, she is.
I hate that they're pushing the agenda, dude. The man agenda. They're pushing that transgender agenda. You don't need to agree with me on that, because obviously she's not trans. But I just think there's too many bullshit. WWE, being satanic and with Vince McMahon and that kind of stuff. So, a little bit too far, dude. I don't know why. Why would you call yourself the man? It's fine for your nickname, but don't, It's just my opinion. But anyways.
Whatever works for her, I guess. It's managed to get her over like hell, so.
Yeah. Hey, John Mox's tweet. This fucking sucks. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does, dude. Okay, now let's just get into the meat and pudding of this podcast.
Okay.
NX going to die T.
Well,
if you are not aware, WWE have decided to move NXT live 8 till 10 on USA Network for 2-hour show every single week live.
First of all, that 2 hours thing I don't like.
But they've got a plan with that. They're going to take 205 Live, kill it, and then put it on NXT.
Well,
so they're going to kill NXT. 2 shows at one fucking time.
NXT is fucking dead if that happens.
That's what they're apparently planning to do, is put NXT with 205 Live so they can fill up the time for the 2 hours.
Why would you do that? Dude, you have Cesaro, you have EC3, you have Bobby Roode. You're not doing anything with them. Bring them back to NXT.
How many wrestlers have they got that are not on TV? Mojo Rawley, Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins, the Ascension. I haven't seen the Ascension in months.
No, bring back Viking Riders. They're not doing anything. They're beating jobbers every week.
But I say, AOP, where the hell are they?
They're dead, dude.
I've not seen them in fucking ages.
Yeah, and
There are so many talents they do not showcase that they could just shove on NXT to fill the 1 hour time slot. Why make it 2 hours? Because we'll move it 2 weeks before AEW, so we can claim that that's not the reason why we're making it live. They are literally making it live for 2 hours to compete with AEW. There is no other reason why they have done this.
I'm so sick of that, dude. I'm so sick. You know very well. You know that. You know what's my fear? Triple H wants Undisputed Era to run the show. Obviously, they're the merch sellers. They're the draw for NXT. Not even Tommaso Ciampa at this point is big as an. Don't get me wrong. Tommaso Ciampa is one of the biggest faces in NXT. And yes, Goons, he is babyface. Let's be honest, he is not the heel when he returns. But I think, honestly, my fear is if Triple H wants to give all the titles to Undisputed Era, which, by the way, Roderick Strong, actually Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly won tag titles. That's a spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler for NXT tapings.
And if Roderick Strong in the future wins North American title, I have a fear, if ratings are down, that Vince is going to blame the Undisputed Era. That's my fear. That's my biggest fear. And you know very well that's not Undisputed Era's problem if the ratings are down. And then if that happens, Vince is going to say, these guys can't draw. And they're going to be dead and buried. And they're going to bring up, main roster superstars to NXT. They're going to win NXT title. And then I'm going to get sick of all the shit, That's my biggest fear.
The problem with this is, yes, the first couple of weeks will turn out amazing. They'll have a lot of good matches and all this, and then it will turn into another Raw SmackDown. That is all it's going to turn out like.
Yeah.
They're going to do comedy sketches, they're going to do random shit to fill the time because they can't meet the time quota.
They want to add another takeover. And that's fine, okay? I don't have problem by 5 takeovers a year. That's fine. But dude, it's a tradition for us that we have 4 takeovers because it built that.
They always do 5 because they have the big 4 and they always have a random one in somewhere in the year as well. They always have 5.
Yeah, but that's takeover and UK. I'm speaking about.
No, they've had 5 takeovers this year because they did one in June.
Whatever, dude. They want to add more takeovers. Just go with me, whatever I say.
Yeah.
You gotta lie to people, dude. No, I'm joking.
But yeah, I don't want to see 8-9 takeovers a year because it will ruin what NXT takeover is.
It will, because we are excited. It's that build-up, It's a hype that we're waiting for. That for War Games right now. We are hyped.
I'm hyped, waiting for it. But the problem is when they make this 2 hours, the charm of what NXT is will die. NXT's charm is it feels like a little indie promotion that's on for an hour every week on the network. That is what its charm is what it is now. It's not meant to be a big budget TV show. It's developmental to help wrestlers and expose them to a small audience so they get used to the wrestling business one step at a time.
Another thing is Undisputed Era are clearly faces of NXT.
Yeah.
And my fear is not only what I said earlier, but if Undisputed Era fails and if there's obviously, like I said, it won't be their fault. But I just see that Undisputed Era is leading, and if they fail, Vince will see everyone else, Tommaso Ciampa, Gargano, and others, as failures. That's my biggest fear of that. I just think everything goes from the Undisputed Era. They're the top dog at NXT, dude.
Yep.
So if they fail, Vince will see each and every other superstars like them. They will see them as a failure. They're gonna say these guys can't run the show.
Yeah, and the worst thing is, I can see the network subscription going down.
Yeah,
because a lot of people just buy the network to watch NXT.
Okay, speaking of that, actually, I have mixed feelings about it. The network, NXT, is going to be on the network the next day. So in Wednesday, it's on TV, and the next day, it's on network. That's not a smart business decision, because people who don't watch, they can come home and they can say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch AEW," but the next day they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, I don't have anything to do. I'm gonna catch NXT right now." It's not smart decision to do that.
No,
not why would you watch on the network? Why would you watch on TV if the next day is going to be on the network?
And you can pause it and do whatever you want and watch it at your own leisure.
Yeah, I don't think they were thinking about that. I seriously don't think they were thinking about that.
They've not thought this plan through. They've just went, well, we need to do something to counteract this. So if we do this, it will counteract it. But I get it. They've moved it a couple of weeks before AEW, so it doesn't look like they're trying to compete with them, which we know they are.
Yeah. Okay. This is a big stuff that I have to say now. What I said about the Undisputed Era, leading NXT, whatever, Vince has stated that he will step down. He will step away a little bit from WWE and just work with XFL if ratings and everything is good with NXT. And that's my fear, that things won't be good and that he will destroy everything.
Like I've said, the ratings will be good for 2 weeks before AEW starts. Everyone will tune into it because there's no other wrestling. As soon as the AEW launch, there will be a lot of people, me included, that will go and watch AEW's first show.
Yeah, so AEW has 14,000 people watching in the arena, and NXT will be from the Full Sail, which has 300, 400 people. It's not the same atmosphere. It's not the same.
No.
You're basically comparing Raw and Indie Show. Yeah.
But my fear is they'll change the Full Sail community. They'll change everything about NXT. That's my fear, that they're going to just go like, okay, well, the arena's too small. We can only get 400 people in. Put it in this arena that can get 20,000 people, and I want it sold out every freaking week.
That's what makes NXT unique. That's the thing. Why we love NXT. They're gonna kill it.
Vince isn't looking for what people want. Vince is looking to try and steal the thunder of AEW and keep his fear at bay, which it won't work. This won't work at all.
Okay, Vince is a businessman, and as someone who is, studying marketing and economy, I gotta say, dude, as a businessman, I really respect Vince. He's really fucking smart. You don't want to get in a war with Vince, okay? No. He doesn't give a fuck about the talent, but the guy, what he can do, that's insane.
Yeah.
And let me get you something straight. Don't think that Vince can't win this war, because he can win the war.
He can, but the thing is, he's the one creating this freaking war in the first place.
Well, dude, to be fair, look, Cody, what he did with the throne and everything.
That was just a small jab because Triple H made a jab on them during the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and
that was just
jabs.
That was just a polite little jab.
And all the jabs that on Twitter and everything else. Come on.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, don't start a war that you can finish. And AEW fired the first shot.
No, to be fair, Triple H fired the first shot.
No, before that, Cody was saying stuff about, and not directly, but against WWE and something like that.
Everyone says shit about WWE though.
Yeah, I just think, like I said, that Vince is a very smart guy, and I don't care. I care, obviously, but from the business side of things, I think even if he doesn't care about the talent and even I think he can succeed with this. I honestly think
my only fear is the talent, because I know for a fact NXT has a good backstage vibe to it compared to Raw and SmackDown, but my fear is that vibe will die. That vibe will go when they're in stiff competition, having to pull out double the amount of show all live, the talent will start getting worn down, people will start getting frustrated, and it will just turn into a bad environment like Raw and SmackDown is.
Well, bro, all you need to have is Buck Beaver, Kevin Dunn backstage, and the atmosphere is gonna be down.
I'm about to say that guy's a dick.
You know?
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. You're a dick.
He's a Buck Beaver, you know? Seriously. I think if they manage, if Triple H's team manages to have good ratings and everything, I just hope that, that Vince will stay away. But then again, I'm thinking, he won't be able to stay away.
Oh, he won't fucking stay away.
He wants his fingerprints all over that, dude. He wants a war. Like you said, he doesn't want Triple H. He's gonna get involved anyways. Because he wants to be at the end the one who will say, I won. He doesn't want to be Triple H.
Because he's the one that calls up NXT talents.
Yeah. Listen, the guy's insane, but the guy's smart, okay? He wants to win. He has that passion for wrestling business. He doesn't have passion anymore for talent. He doesn't give a fuck about anyone. But he wants to win.
He cares about his people, that's it. Like, if you get on his very good side, aka John Cena or Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar for some fucking reason, the guy will basically suck your dick.
Yeah.
But if you like EC3, a decent wrestler, but don't kiss his ass, you can kiss your career goodbye there.
Yeah, and I bet you, dude, if you asked Triple H or Stephanie or Shawn Michaels who are in NXT, let's just ask Stephanie, do you want a war with NXT, with AEW? She will say no. Same with Triple H. Triple H doesn't want a war.
No.
Vince started everything.
Vince has started all of this.
Triple H knows very well that NXT can't compete with AEW right now.
No. Like, I don't, as a wrestling fan, I don't want a freaking war. I just want to watch Raw and SmackDown on Monday and Friday or Thursday, whatever the hell it is, and watch AEW and enjoy watching all this different wrestling content. I don't want these companies at each other's throats trying to kill each other.
Yeah, and think about this. There's NXT UK. I don't know who's going to watch that, but probably people in the UK. I'm going to watch if it's Tony Storm on my television, that's obvious. But think about this. That's Raw 3 hours, SmackDown 2 hours. Okay, I have to say something about that later. NXT 2 hours, NXT UK 1 hour, and AEW 2 hours. That's 10 freaking hours a week, dude. Who wanna watch that?
I don't know. And if they don't cancel 205 Live, that's 11 hours.
I think it's too much. I also think it's too much.
It is too freaking much for a wrestling fan to digest. As I was pointing out this during a live stream for either Raw or SmackDown, it's WWE's putting out too much content for the average consumer to take in.
Yes. I don't want to watch. I really don't want 10 hours of wrestling a week. That's too much.
The only reason I watch that much wrestling and watch all the shows is because I do live reactions and get to talk to people who have the same mindset as me. So it breaks up the monotony of watching the same thing for so many hours.
Yeah. And speaking of SmackDown, I don't know if you did hear this or not, but Vince promised Fox NXT. And obviously NXT is now with USA Network, so Fox needs another hour with WWE. I wouldn't be surprised, I would actually be pissed off if this would happen, that they will make SmackDown 3 hours.
I would be absolutely pissed off if that happened.
If that happens, there is no saving WWE. Even Triple H, even Jesus Christ can come down from the heavens, and he won't be able to save WWE.
No. I don't think I could sit through 6 hours of Raw and SmackDown a week. I can barely get through 5.
Yeah. And dude, there is a game, TEW. I don't know if you heard about that game. It's a booking game. You book shit. You
Yeah,
book
I've heard of
whatever
it.
you want. Okay, so I was trying to play that game, okay? And I tried to book Raw and SmackDown. 3-hour show, 2-hour show. It's fucked up to book 3-hour show. And I was sitting like a fucking idiot for 2 hours. It's hard to book a show. And that's why the product is fucked up. Because it's hard to book a show in real life.
For 3
It's really
hours.
And you need another hour for SmackDown. I mean, dude, I'm sitting here. This is like, seriously, this happened. I was playing like a few weeks of that game. A few weeks in the game. And I'm done with 1 week. Okay, fine. I have storylines. The second week, it's fine. And the third week, I'm like, what the fuck? There's so many things going on. Like, you don't know what to do. And it's fucked up. They have that problem. They can have 10 writers. It doesn't matter. It's too many hours. And when Vince looks the script and when they give him the script, he's gonna go through that and he's gonna say, "Oh, I want this, I want that," But that's too much.
Yeah.
Because he has so many on the table that he doesn't. It's bullshit.
Yeah. It's like they say, too many cooks spoil the stew. Having too many writers kills it. They don't need fucking 15 writers.
No. That's why NXT is good, because they have only...
Yeah, they only have a couple of writers. They only have, like 4 writers?
Yeah.
They have 4 writers, Triple H, and they have a couple of producers, like, I think it's Abyss and Joe Maborash.
Yeah, so they're great. You don't need that many people. You need to have 5-6 people for Raw and 5-6 for SmackDown. That's different. But these are the people who work both shows.
Yeah, I've always said that changing Raw to 3 hours was the worst decision they ever fucking made.
I actually thought 2-3 years ago that I was actually hoping 2-3 years ago that bring back Raw to 2 hours.
Yeah. Like, I used to love when they had a special anniversary episode and they made it 3 hours. Because it was special and they filled the time up properly because they had stuff to do.
Yeah.
You can't do 3 hours on a weekly basis.
You're so right, dude. And what the fuck is with all these pay-per-views trying to put everyone on the pay-per-view? Damn, every single star on the pay-per-view, okay? You need to have 7 matches at most. You don't need all the matches.
Yeah, that's what makes NXT TakeOver so good is there's 5-6 matches at most on a TakeOver.
Listen, defend your titles on weekly television shows. Why not? Why not? You don't need... If Randy Orton is not doing anything, if he is on storyline right now, that's not important to Randy. Now he's in the New Day storyline, obviously. But if he was, let's say, him and the Revival against Balor Club, why would they want that match to push if they can do that on the television? You know what I'm trying to say? For example, like someone like Cesaro or someone else. Why is he on the television? I don't want to see Alexa Bliss on the television every week. We don't need Shinsuke Nakamura every week. That's what killed Nakamura. That's what killed Rude. That's what made them look bad. They were especially in NXT because they were not on the show every week. Exactly.
Because NXT was an hour and you showcased all your talent within the few weeks you had the taping, so everyone got a shot to be on television, not the same people over and over and over again.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, if you defend more titles on the weekly shows, I'm not speaking for top titles. That's something obviously that needs to be defended on the
but tag titles, the mid-card belts would be perfect to be like,
yes,
I'm going to do an open challenge. Oh, we're going to face you this week.
That's
Give you a good opportunity.
Yeah, and for example, you don't need all those titles and everyone to be at the pay-per-view. It's just too much. And I'm telling you, if you had 6-7 matches, let's say 6 matches that are important, WWE Universal title match, Intercontinental and US title match and Women's title matches, it would make the show much better. Much better. And you wouldn't need to rush, dude. To have 10 minutes. You can have 30 minutes for one match.
Exactly. It's like NXT TakeOver. You have all the titles and plus 1 or 2 singles or tag matches at most.
And then after that, you have Monday Night Raw the next day, and people will be looking to. Oh, tag titles will be defended on Raw, or women's title will be defended on Raw. There is more to look forward. But when you defend everything on the pay-per-view, the next when it's Monday, you say to yourself like, what the hell? Why am I going to watch Raw? Other than because I love the product, there is nothing special that, there is no reason why I'm going to watch.
Which is why I thought Ronda Rousey's, when she had the title, was good, because she would be like, after a pay-per-view defense, I will defend the title on Raw the next day. It made me want to check out that, because it'd be like, who's going to face Ronda this month?
Yeah, I think, once again, Intercontinental title and United States title, those two titles need to be defended on the pay-per-view. And one tag team title and one women's title. You don't need both titles on the pay-per-view. I don't even know why are there both titles for women and tag team. You can just put those belts together, dude. Like, seriously. It's too much.
Brand split. Can't do that.
And the title that should be always main eventing, I don't give a fuck about the Universal title. It's fine. It is right now. It is like the second world title, even if it looks like shit. But WWE World title needs to be in the main event every pay-per-view, because it's the most important title in all the wrestling.
I agree. I completely 100% agree with that statement.
I'm done. Dude, I ranted. I remember this is probably the biggest rants I did ever on this show. And I think you agree with me on that. And there's a lot of problems with WWE. Like we were talking about, there is a lot of bullshit going on.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been the podcast. We had a lot to say about NXT.
Just imagine, I'm telling to you and all the peoples, the people who watch. I don't even know what. Just imagine how pay-per-view and what matches can we get, and how special it will be if we can get 6 matches at the show or 7 at the pay-per-view. That will be amazing, dude. We can get 5-star matches all the time. That would be great. But hey, I guess rushing is better. I guess quantity or quality is better to WWE.
Apparently.
Yeah, that's it.
We are out. Just before I go, shout out to my channel members, 3D Revolution and Anton Blake-Cox. Thank you for supporting. If you want to get your name shouted out at the end of videos, the link is in the description below. The lowest price, I think, is $1.99 a month, and you get shout out at the end of the videos.
Before we go, I gotta shout out these few guys. There is someone who on your channel who said something. The Demon Finn, GFTS 114, Tic Tac, and Seth Rollins. Listen, guys. I don't know, you probably received the notification later on that he posted some video game, Tom. You were playing Champions of Europe, Tom. And they were wanting the podcast. Dude, thank you. Thank you guys, because we recorded the podcast right now, and thank you for actually thinking of it.
Exactly.
Hey, without you, there is no reason why. Yeah, I hope everyone has...
Oh, I didn't even see the comments. Not gonna lie, I didn't realise there was comments on it.
Yeah, I think it was late notifications, dude. YouTube is sending late notifications. I get notification. I swear to God, I get notification like two days later for some things. So, thanks everyone, and I really hope you guys have a good time for you. So, it was.
Okay, well, yes, thank you all for watching, and thank you all you guys, Tic Tac, Seth Rollins, GFTS, and the Demon Finn, for wanting the podcast. I am going to post this in the next hour or so. I am going to just respond to them all saying the podcast is just being sorted.
Yeah, goddamn, Tom, I love these video games. Like, seriously, those are not video games, not bad video games. I actually enjoy video games, so just...
Yeah.
That's it. Listen, if you're not done with that, you're fired.
Peace!